I'm really sorry to break it to you, but the only person who can fix your life is yourself.
Damn, girl, that's harsh.
Like, I spent years of my life blaming the universe for my wide rib cage, or my athletic legs, or my curly hair.
And I was convinced that the reason I felt so behind in life was because I didn't have rich parents, or I wasn't like a tap dancing prodigy or something.
Don't we all feel that way? So believe us when we say that we get it. It is very easy to want to place blame elsewhere for your insecurities.
And to wallow in self-pity and tell yourself lie after lie until you feel swallowed whole.
But we're here as your resident besties, big sis, whatever, to tell you to snap out of it, diva.
Stop! You have the ability to radically change your life right now. And in the next, 9.5 minutes or so, we're gonna show you exactly how to do that.
Because we did it. Or we're in the process of doing it. I mean, it really depends on the day and if we're on our period or ovulating or whatever it is, but we're still doing it.
So if you're feeling behind or alone or overwhelmed by societal standards and the ever-present threat of the patriarchy, or you have a fat ass,
Either or, really.
yeah,
This video is for you.
And even if you felt like you were dealt a bad hand, you'll know exactly how to win the game.
It's not about the cards. It's about how you play them.
Oh! Write that down, write that down, write that down.
Here are the 5 things that you need to understand to transform your life.
You are not unique. Seriously, you're not special. Every time I get into my feels and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm the only girl in the world who's feeling this way. It's like,
No.
Really, girl?
You think you're the only girl in the world who wishes they had 11-line abs? Or like a boyfriend that gives you a surprise trip to Tulum?
I moved to LA with a degree in theater thinking that I'd book something like huge right away. And I was like, great, I'm here, I'm ready. Meanwhile, I can't even get a call back for a fucking Celsius commercial. Right. And I caught myself thinking, like, maybe I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh, like, did I waste 4 years of my life during a global pandemic studying for a degree that at best will get me a job as a birthday party clown?
And then I showed up.
And then came Sophia.
And it was such a relieving experience to see someone else in their journey moving to LA, moving to a new city after college and trying to like make their way in the world, and knowing that we both felt the exact same way. It's not just me. When you get caught in the echo chamber of your brain of like, I'm the problem, I'm the only one who's experiencing this, it's because of XYZ, it's really easy to just feel defeated.
Do you remember that first conversation we had at the kitchen table
I do.
where we both realized we were in the same boat?
Didn't want to bring it up. One of us did.
Yeah.
I forget who did it first.
Yeah.
But we were like,
Yes!
it's like such a relieving experience to know that like you are not alone and it's not just you.
Find them in your friend group, in this comment section below.
Yes.
Tell us what you're going through, and you're going to find girlies just like you going
Yeah.
through the same thing.
Stop comparing yourself to impossible standards.
You're not satisfied with your career, with your love life, with what you look like, and that's okay. That's totally fine. That's normal.
I want you to take a second and ask yourself, who are you comparing yourself to? And if the answer is anyone but yourself,
It's okay to have goals or to feel inspired by certain people,
but if you're constantly comparing yourself to other people,
especially if that other person is a celebrity or someone you see on social media, which we know is just a highlight reel, right?
and covered in filters and plastic surgery and Botox, am I dissatisfied because I'm not measuring up to this other person's version of success or my own version of success?
As a black girl living in a world of very white beauty
White.
standards.
White.
My social media when I was younger, I was bombarded with like stick thin, blue-eyed, bottle blondes, which there's nothing wrong with looking like that. That is just not how I look like.
Telling you, there are celebrities of every body type that look like every single person. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
You just need to find realistic beauty standards to be like, oh, this is more in my realm of what I look like.
You need to create healthier benchmarks,
Yeah.
and better yet,
Yeah.
you yourself are the standard.
Yeah.
You're the standard, girl.
You can't hate your way into loving yourself. I'm going to hold my own hand when I say this.
Wait, you can hold mine.
Okay. It does not matter how many hours I put in at the gym, how many hip dips, how many whatever the fuck I do. I will always be shaped like a rectangle, and I will never be an hourglass figure unless I go get a BBL, which I'm not going to do. Something that really changed the game for me was realizing that no amount of starving myself, no amount of punishment, no amount of running, no amount of Pilates, XYZ is going to change the base frame of my literal skeletal structure.
Hating yourself is never the answer.
Yeah, not to sound all hippy dippy, but actually like love yourself. Love yourself, whatever.
Like, are there things that you can work on and improve? Sure. But those base fundamentals, the things that make you, you have to stop the self-edit, stop the constant self-flagellation, and learn to love those parts of yourself. That's a big word for Elmo.
That's a big word for Elmo. People said that Lady Gaga was ugly and cringe.
Shut up.
Yes. And now she's Lady Gaga. Why is it that once we have a celebrity or someone to look up to who has these unique attributes, whether it's Billie Eilish and her Tourette's or Amy Lou Wood and her gorgeous teeth, why is it that we need a celebrity example to love these features on ourselves?
If Lady Gaga had listened to the critics or even her inner self-saboteur, we would be living in a world without Chromatica.
And that's a world I don't want to live in. A woman who loves herself and knows her worth?
Biggest threat in the world.
You better watch out.
Go be a threat, diva.
Go be a threat.
It gets better. One of you guys recently asked us on a live what you can do to glow up before starting the 7th grade. And you know what? That freaking broke my heart because, baby girl, you don't need to glow up. You need to grow up.
I'm a runner. When I was first getting into running, I was like stopping to walk every quarter mile or whatever it was. And I would beat myself up a lot. And I was like, wow, you're such a loser. And then I realized that every single step I take is a step towards finishing my distance goal. I could have been crawling for all anyone cares.
Right.
And nobody cares how fast you're going. I used to be absolutely terrified to go into stores by myself because for some reason I thought that everyone was looking at me or judging me or that I was moving so awkwardly that I was causing a halt in the mall. I don't feel that way anymore. And guess what? That's not something that's like, oh, I had a snap realization or I was told something I didn't know before. It literally was just time.
The longer you live, the longer you inhabit your body, you just get to know yourself.
You just have more conviction.
Exactly.
Like literally that's it.
You've done more reps.
And it's so funny. We'll probably look back at this and be like, we didn't know
We didn't
anything
know what
way
we
back
were
in the day.
talking
We didn't know
about."
anything.
Things will get better.
They will.
Things are getting better. You just have to allow yourself to grow. Lastly, and this is the most important,
You have the power.
Even in this crazy, terrifying, uncontrollable world, you have agency
You have control over your mindset,
over who you spend time with and who you listen to.
over the content you consume.
Hopefully it's our content.
Hopefully you should digest more of our content. Even if you can't shift your circumstances, because a lot of things can be a tough spot and we understand that, you can shift your perspective.
Ding, 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 ding. Everything changed when I stopped viewing every flopped TikTok as an abject failure and instead said 200 people viewed this video, which is literally an auditorium's worth of people.
200 people were in a room watching me do something, I think I'd pee my pants.
Right, that's scary.
Yeah. When you shift your perspective, you instantly change your life because you feel so much more in control. And if you're like me, I'm a control freak. Love control. So what you're gonna do after this video ends, or right now, you know what? Go ahead.
You got homework.
You got homework. Grab a journal, grab a notepad, whatever it is, your phone. What you're gonna do is you're gonna make a list of everything in your life that you're currently dissatisfied with. And make them specific as humanly possible. I'm really dissatisfied with the fact that I'm chronically exhausted and I don't have a solid sleep schedule.
After you've listed everything, for each item, I want you to note if it's something that you can change or control or if it's something that's out of your control completely.
I challenge you to find something within the situation that is within your control. If you're in a bad friendship situation, it's how much power do you let those people have over you? How much time of the day are you allowing yourself to think and like go over those things? Once you find all of the things that you have control over, I want you to come up with a step, multiple steps, things that you can do to fix that situation. So my sleep schedule sucks. What I need to do is I need to set a more consistent sleep schedule. I'm going to sleep from 11 to 8 a.m. I'm not going to look at my phone for 30 minutes before bed, whatever it is.
Boom, in your control.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Okay, there may be some big things, right? Things that you feel that are outside of your control, the algorithm or your career or your love life or whatever, okay? For those things, I want you to find one positive thing about the situation you're in right now. And I know, always find the positive, blah, blah, blah. But seriously, like the TikTok example, 200 people saw your face and your content. Can you name 200 people? I don't think so.
I certainly cannot. Again, it can be small, it can be tiny, but I'm telling you that a shift in perspective and understanding what is in your power and what is in your control and what's not in your control allows you to release your energy from those things and start targeting your energy towards the things that are within your power. And you become, let me tell you, the baddest bitch in the world.
Sorry.
Sorry.
It's just simple math.
1 + 1 = 2. Hello.
If you needed to hear this today,
Then let us know in the comments, because honestly, we made this video obviously for people who needed to hear these things, but also kind of a simultaneous reminder for ourselves, because we forget these things all the time.
so make sure to subscribe, turn that notification bell on.
And just remember, you have the power. You have way more control than you think you do. Whenever you feel helpless, just remind yourself of that.
I got the power.
Us at the beach.
This
This is the girl who was afraid to talk on the phone to her friends because she was scared that she would end up having to talk to their parents.